Final guest. He's a great musician, producer, engineer, media administrator, artist, and has been in Dubai only 8 months. Put your hands together for Mr. Joshua, everybody.
All right, hello everybody. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for this opportunity,
No
Dante.
problem. Thank you for being here. Um, what made you move to Dubai?
In all honesty, I was coming to Dubai for the holidays. Um, I booked a tourist visa for just 2 months. when I when I got
It's like
here,
everybody.
I don't know what happened. I'm still here. So,
Yeah, I think we
so
all came here was like, let me just go test the waters, and then
yeah,
30 days later we end up staying 12
real.
years. It happens every time. Okay, so since moving to Dubai, has it been what you expected it to be, and has it helped you progress forward in any way?
I would say it's been beautiful. The exposure, getting into a hub of different cultures where it's very easy to find someone from the UK, from the US, from Africa, from India, and all of those people in one place here in Dubai. And that has made me personally to be a better person as far as communicating my interests or understanding the universal interests of the people. So basically, the way I tailor even my art and my creativity is become a lot broader because I'm thinking about everybody. I'm thinking about the world at large as opposed to maybe just one culture or one community. I'm thinking about the Indians, I'm thinking about the Africans, I'm thinking about those from the UK and those from the US and
Mm.
all of that. So in that respect it's been really great, and I've also had the opportunity to see aspects that need help. I believe Dubai is at the verge of taking over the world. I believe so, but then there's certain measures that need to be taken, and I see when I see these measures, it encourages me because I see the opportunity to actually bring to the table what I could offer.
In what way do you think the measures need to be made? What type of measures or factors should be put in place for it to move forward correctly?
Well, I would like to start by appreciating each and every speaker who actually came on here because from everything you said, you were literally just getting into my heart and my experiences and bringing out this stuff. So I would like to start with the tailoring music or entertainment to the targeted audiences, right?
Mhm.
I've been to a couple of jams and areas where we do live music and stuff. And one thing I find is, okay, let's say we have jazz music going on. If I love R&B music and I get to a place where jazz is going on, it's not going to pacify me. If I get to a place where they do Arab music, for example, it might not just get to me personally. And so, which is one of the reasons why Q's Bar was so amazing for me because then I found that there was a lot of diversity, which was able to kind of meet me at the point of my need and, get into my spirit and stuff. But it's everywhere. Every place in Dubai is not Q's Bar, right? So that's one of the things. Another thing I found is also the fact that it's quite difficult for an emerging artist to actually get into the scene, specifically because first I found that there's a lot of exclusivity with festivals and scenes and stuff like that when it comes to granting opportunities for new creators to expose themselves. There's a lot of limitations as far as being able to go out there and just impromptu gigs. It's so many regulations that is stopping that, and plus reserving locations to kind of do something or maybe an open mic. There's so many regulations actually stopping that.
Mhm.
So because certain locations have to have the authorizations, and the artists also need to have the authorizations, which sometimes is very expensive for artists who are not prominent yet. And so as a result of that, the fact that you have the talent or the gift is not good enough reason for you to get the kind of exposure that you actually need in Dubai. Um, so thinking about the solution, I'm a very solution driven person, and so I was like, at some point I was just thinking about it. I was like, but what if we had not just a governing structure that is in charge of the music sector in Dubai. I happen to be a developer, a software developer as well. And so I've been thinking, okay, if we had, just imagine you could pick up your phone and you could say, okay, I want to listen to R&B music. Before I touch on this, one more thing I'd like to say. From my personal experience, right? Successfully, I was able to set up, uh, it was really hard, but I was able to set up a karaoke night, something in the Hills 2 where I live. And it's been such a success, right? Listening to the owners of the place, they they bore witness with me that from the time we started doing these karaoke nights, clients who might come and just get a cup of coffee might end up grabbing three or four, and or even grabbing a meal, and they tend to stay longer. And so he was so grateful for the fact that I was able to come on there. So many people came to me and were like, you know what, you just blessed the community. We needed something like this. We didn't have an opportunity to kind of ease out our stress from work and stuff like that. But what you just did out here gave us the opportunity to come out and be ourselves and stuff. And listening to that was really a blessing to me personally. So talking about the solution, I was thinking about, okay, just imagine I could come up with an app and you say, okay, I want to listen to R&B music. Where do I go? And you could just go on your app and then you go there and you find those people and stuff like that. And also,
So the artists are tied into the genre.
yeah, it's kind of not just that, it actually creates a profile for artists, right? Where you could actually go on there, you see the people who are actually playing on there. You can see, okay, I want to go to Q's bar because I can listen to R&B music, and then you see the profile of Dante, and then this is what he does, this is who he is, these are his ratings, this is his value in the market. If you want, if you're about to book him for a show, an event, you have to be able to tell that this is his rank based off how much love he has on the people and the audiences and stuff like that. And not just for Dante, for the artists, the people, the creators, because creative music is difficult for creative music to thrive in this place where there's a lot of covers and stuff like that. That's what people want to do. But at the end of the day, if you have a platform that could also get to stream this music that is being done in Dubai, like we have a Made in Dubai services that streams those, it's going to be great, man. Thinking about the global amount of money that was made for streaming for 2023, that I think it went up to, it was about $43 billion in total. Now, if Dubai had 0.01% of that, you can imagine how many million dirhams we're able to bring back into the country. And talk less of the opportunities to bring in tourists to come and see the artists that we actually have in Dubai and all of that. So there's so much opportunity we can actually leverage. But then we need to be able to become innovative thinkers, thinking about strategies to bring in solutions that have not been thought of. But then building this app is just one side of the thing. We need a governing structure that is going to be able to say, you know what, I'm a musician, I know how it feels like to be from the bottom, and I know how it feels like to be at the top. And trust me, if we want to be able to create pathways for people to rise up, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do.
So I wanna touch on that point. Basically, the music governance that I spoke about before, I do want to make sure that is very much so implemented very soon. With people who are working the grounds every day, not so much people who are outside who don't really know what it takes to make it day to day here in this region. I think once we put in place the corrective type of people, because not saying that those who are already in position can learn, of course, but at the rate Dubai is going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we add some extra firepower.
For sure. Matter of fact, I think the musicians should be the people leading this new arm of the government in charge of this. And it's not just a thought. There's a reason behind it, because musicians understand what it feels like to be a musician. Musicians are different kind of people, right? We value, our value systems differ. We value creativity. We value authenticity. Business people, on the other hand, value money. They want to make profit. They want to make revenue. Musicians do not think like that. But then,
we need to.
But we need to, of course. But not just that. We need a body that can actually be able to protect our authenticity. Because then, when we start becoming too mindful of the business side of things, we tend to create music not for authenticity, but because we want to make money.
That could also be 50-50
That
because I'm here and I'm also there. You know what I mean? And there's a way to be able to also delegate with creating the corrective team and having those measures of people that you can depend on to get the job done. So you can take a break a little bit from music, miss a night to go have a meeting in another country that can help catapult the vision for where you currently spend your time 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here
Yeah.
at Q's. There are some things in place that we're currently experiencing, like with the Vortex Mentorship Academy that I started in August, where I bring
Which
you
I'm a part
on.
of.
Yeah, I bring you on along with a few others to kind of guide them and show them, based off my personal experiences here over the last 6 years, what it has taken, what it's still going to take, and what I'm going through now. You know, because all of this looks good on social media.
Yeah.
But when we walk off this stage, real life is still real life. You know what I mean? And to be able to navigate that 7,000 miles away from my family in Philly, dealing with all the stuff that I've been going through this year and still trying to have a successful room, you know what I mean? Having this room is not easy.
It's not.
We talking the legend of Mr. Quincy Jones, and then
Yeah.
you add Palazzo to this, and
Yeah.
the amount of people that
Yes,
you got to curate different music to who don't really care too much about you as a person.
Yeah.
They just want to be catered to musically.
Yeah.
And are you good enough? And if you're not good enough, we're going to write a review.
Yeah.
It can happen very quickly. You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? But I just want to make sure that we consistently move forward in the aspect of helping other people who are moving to this country know what it takes to further their career in the music industry. And I do have to point one thing out. I have to shout out PJ and Elton over here. They run a phenomenal open jam weekly at Pizza Express. So
I've been in.
yeah,
It's
they do some amazing things with their open door policy to people who come up there and sing, and they do all genres of music. I've been there a couple times when I can get a break, and I really enjoyed myself. What are some of your expectations for what you would like to see for the future?
Well, this is amazing. What I'd like to see first would be a structure that is being led by the musicians that has an arm of the government that can allow musicians to lead the sustainable development and continuity of the music sector in Dubai. By this, what I mean is the ability to have the ability to literally grant visas to fellow musicians who might want to come into the country to perform, or even create festivals that could encourage new creators or artists to be able to showcase their talents and what they have. Matter of fact, I want to be able to see in the next couple of years that we have music that is doing well globally, which is made in Dubai. It's going to be a dream come true for me.
Amazing. Please put your hand together for Josh, please. Thank you, buddy.